Hi, welcome. Thank you for joining me today. During our welcome webinar today, I'll be focusing on some of the basics. First, I'm your regional liaison and your best point of contact for Wreaths Across America. Anytime you have questions, just let me know. I'm always happy to help. Second, we have our solutions-oriented Wreath Advisory Team, otherwise known as SWAT. It's full of these amazing volunteers who are able to help each of you on your journey as a location coordinator. They can be reached through the Location Coordinator Facebook page for advice and questions anytime during the year. Now we're ready to jump into the PowerPoint slides. So if you'd like to take notes, please grab your pen and paper. We have been developing our new website for quite a while now and are thrilled to announce that it will be released very soon. In fact, we are anticipating its launch within the next month. Once that happens, we will focus our monthly educational webinars on how to manage your location pages in the new website. If you want to mark your calendars now, those monthly educational webinars are always on the second Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will send you a reminder email ahead of time with the link to join the webinar, so keep an eye out for that. In the meantime, if you need to make any changes to your account, please feel free to reach out to me and I will be happy to assist you. There are 3 different address types that we require. The first is your home mailing address. That's where we will send the flags that you will attach to your ceremonial wreaths. We will mail the flags in November, so if you haven't received yours by December 1st, please let me know right away and I'll have them resent to you. This address is also where we will send any certificates or other small packages. The second is your cemetery address. Most ceremonies will occur at the actual cemetery. So this address will be for both your ceremony and the actual cemetery. If your ceremony is being held elsewhere, the actual cemetery address will be listed here. And I will help you customize your site to highlight the different ceremonial address. We determine the maximum number of wreaths your location will receive based on your veteran grave count. The number, that doesn't make sense. It only shows 2 addresses and I said 3. Right, I'm just going to go on. Maybe I don't have the right one. I'm just going to go on. That was weird. Okay, cancel. The third address is your delivery address. Wreaths are delivered either by 18-wheeler or small package carriers like UPS, FedEx, and USPS. Both addresses are required. We will not know the exact method they will be shipped until after our cutoff date. We will notify you how and when your wreaths will be shipped. Now let's talk about your veteran grave count and sponsorship goal. We determine the maximum number of wreaths your location will receive based on your veteran grave count. The number of wreaths sent to you will be based on what you have sponsored at your location, up to your total veteran grave count. Any sponsored wreaths above and beyond your veteran grave count will automatically be carried over to next year. However, if you need more or less wreaths than the veteran grave count at your location, we're happy to accommodate special arrangements for you. Just let me know what's needed and I'll make sure it's set up correct for you. A lot of location coordinators find it helpful to make a map of their cemetery so that they can easily locate where their veterans' graves are located. If your location doesn't have a good record of the veterans interned, you may want to walk the cemetery with some volunteers and map it out yourself. Your sponsorship goal is linked to the wreathometer that shows on your website. The purpose of your goal is so that your local community knows how close you are to being fully covered or to meeting the sponsorship goal at your location. Remember, your sponsorship goal is different than your veteran grave count. It does not determine how many wreaths are shipped to your location for placement on Wreath Day. Your veteran grave count is what determines that number. The supplies section of the dashboard is where your group or location can purchase Wreaths Across America merchandise. In the supplies module on your dashboard, you have access to all the merchandise, but some of the items are available at cost or with bulk discount pricing. If you have questions about any merchandise or bulk pricing, you can reach out to our customer service team or myself. While we are finalizing the launch of our new website, if you cannot access these through your dashboard, you can do so by clicking on the shop button on www.wreathsacrossamerica.org. Short links. Groups and locations have different purposes, so they will have different websites. Groups are responsible for networking with your local community to gather support for the event through Wreath sponsorships. Group websites are used primarily for placing orders. Locations are the place for accepting the sponsored wreaths, as well as for hosting the event with a location coordinator taking the lead to plan it. That's you. Location websites are used primarily for sharing information about the event, but they can also accept orders as well. The custom link for each website is simply www.wreathsacrossamerica.org plus a / and then the location or group ID. When you are directing donors to sponsor wreaths for your location, first determine if there's a sponsorship group that you want to support. This could be your group or another group. Then share the custom link for that group's website. Donors will then click the red button that says Sponsor Wreaths and follow the prompts to place their order. They will be able to select any location for their wreaths to be delivered to, but the default is the main location that the group supports. It is important to remember that a group will only get credit for orders placed through their group website. If you would like to support a group, please make sure you always direct donors to the custom link for the group website instead of the custom link for your location website when placing online orders. If you don't have any supporting groups for your location, it would be a good idea to create one yourself. Having a sponsorship group support your location can be a huge benefit. It's a great way to maximize the number of veterans you can honor and remember with a wreath, or it can be a wonderful opportunity to fundraise and support your community in other ways. We'll get into more details about the group plans in just a bit, so hang tight for more information about those options. Once you decide to create a sponsorship group, please let me know and I will help you set it up. If a donor sponsors their wreaths through the custom link for your location website, that's okay, but they won't have the option to support a group, so there wouldn't be any group receiving credit for their order. The donor would need to contact me directly to correct that order, please, if they intend to support a group, but their order is already completed. Online orders take 24 to 48 hours to fully process and show up on your wreath count report. Now you may ask, how do I submit cash and check orders? If you receive any cash donations, convert it into a check or a money order made out to Wreaths Across America. For individual donations mailed in, attach a sponsorship order form to their check. If you're mailing in multiple checks in the same envelope, instead of using a sponsorship form for each check, you can use a tally sheet for the batch. If the donor would like to remain anonymous, please indicate it on the form. It is very important that you make sure the group ID and the location ID are listed on the form so that we know which group should receive credit for the order and which location the wreaths should be delivered to. The mailing address for cash and check orders is listed on the sponsorship form in the top right-hand corner. Before you seal the envelope, make a copy of everything inside. Once the orders are processed, they will show up on your wreath count report. This is where you can cross-reference your records with ours to make sure all of the orders were received and entered correctly. If you notice any discrepancies, email me the copy of what you mailed in and let me know the issue so that I can reach out to our finance team to get it corrected. When you put the envelope in the mail, we recommend using certified mail so that you can track the delivery. Keep in mind, it can take a few weeks for cash and check orders to be fully processed and show up on your wreath count report. So don't worry if you don't see the orders listed right away. This is especially true during our busy season, October through January. Online orders will show up on your wreath count report within just 24 to 48 hours, though. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty of sponsorship groups. First off, you may be wondering how sponsorship groups can benefit your location. Think of your location as a funnel. The more sponsorship groups that you have feeding into your funnel, the broader your reach and the more likely you are to fully cover your cemetery. And that's the ultimate goal here, to honor and remember every veteran. As you get out in your community and talk with people about what you're doing and why, that's a great opportunity to invite them to sign up as sponsorship groups. Anyone can get involved. Individuals, families, friends, organizations, and businesses can all become sponsorship groups. If there's a large business that would like to become a corporate sponsor, let me know and I'll connect them with our corporate team. Let's get into the benefits of sponsorship groups now. There are 3 options that groups can choose when they sign up. Each group plan will benefit your location and local community in one way or another. A 3-for-2 group receives 3 wreaths for every 2 paid wreath sponsorships. This is a great way to maximize the number of veterans at your location that you can honor and remember with a wreath this December. A $5 payback group receives $5 back for every wreath paid sponsorship. This is a nice fundraising opportunity for your group and allows you to sponsor veteran wreaths while also giving back to your local community. A no plan group helps to cover the Wreaths Across America overhead. This is a wonderful way to support the behind the scenes work at headquarters. The more people you get involved in the mission of Wreaths Across America, the bigger impact you will make within your local community. It's important that you develop strong working relationships with each of your sponsorship group leaders. As you start the event planning process, I would encourage you to delegate tasks and find opportunities to involve your sponsorship groups in the event. Keep in mind, you will need to help unload wreaths off the truck, conducting your ceremony, passing out wreaths to anyone who attends your event and wishes to lay a wreath, cleaning up after the event, and retiring the wreaths on the date determined by your cemetery staff. The more helping hands you have, the lighter your load will be. In addition to the wreath laying event, Wreaths Across America also offers several other opportunities to honor and remember our nation's heroes. One of them is the In Lieu of Flowers program, which is specifically for veterans who have recently passed. We will create a page for them and help you customize it with their photo and biography, making it a special way to memorialize their life and service. We will provide you with a custom link to this page to share with your community. Loved ones that visit this page can sponsor veteran wreaths in their honor, then also could upload a photo of the veteran and leave a personal message on their remember wall. If this is something you're interested in, let me know and I'll help you set it up. You'll also find some helpful volunteer resources on our new Wreaths Across America website. Just go to www.wreathsacrossamerica.org and click on Get Involved to find everything you'll need. While we are fine-tuning this page on the new website, all the resources and downloadable forms will be available at learn.wreathsacrossam.org. wreathsacrossamerica.org/location-group-resources. This link was provided in the most recent newsletter, but if you would like to grab a pen and paper and jot it down, let me know and I'll repeat it for you. Once again, that link is learn.wreathsacrossamerica.org/location-group-resources. If you are planning to customize any materials, we will need to approve them prior to you doing any printing or distribution. Go ahead and email me your draft and I'll run it by our communications director for approval. To provide you with help all year long, we have the country split into regions with a regional liaison that oversees that area. I oversee Region 2 and am your main point of contact with Wreaths Across America. Please feel free to reach out to me anytime you have questions. I'm always happy to help. That's all for today. We still have a few minutes left, so I'll open it up now for questions. Thank you all for joining us on this webinar. Have a wonderful evening.